Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway because their slogan is Gateway's Got It. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaybuickgmc.com, look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, and who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaybuickgmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick. And welcome into episode 107 of The Mom Game. I'm Emily Jones. She is Julie Dobbs. And look who we have in studio with us.
Lucky us.
Lucky us. It's our adoring husbands who have joined us for this very special episode of The Mom Game. So we've had the boys in studio, or not in studio. We've had them on the show before, early on in this process.
Yeah.
But that's when we were both from home.
Yeah.
We need to get the boys in here with the vibe. We got a couple brews, got a glass of wine.
So
Yeah.
Kelly and I listened. I wanted to know when that was. So
did you watch it?
We listened to the very beginning. It was 2 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because it was really early
Started
on.
the pandemic 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, the beginning of April, the very beginning of the pandemic. And one thing I laughed about, and I vowed not to do it this time, but you and I introed them and then didn't let them talk for 10 minutes.
So we're already off to a rousing start.
Neither one of us said a word.
No,
for 10 minutes.
that's how it should be done.
So I was like, mental note, let's let them talk. So guys, what, y'all want to host the show today?
Nope.
And
Not at all. We'll let you run this.
Okay, let's start first of all with what did you think of this when we started it? What do you think of it now, 2 years later? You know, just your overall impressions. Kelly, you go first because this was her idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I knew she was excited about it. She wanted to get into this, and obviously you were the one that she wanted to do with it. So, you know, for years, I remember her talking about for a year about how she wanted to get into it. So, and for it to take off like it has and where it is now, and I mean, what a beautiful studio, what a great setup you guys have here. It's
shout out to Vocal.
Yeah, shout out to Vocal. I don't think this could have came together any better so far. So I'm impressed with both of you and you know, how you've put this together in your dreams. So and how much you put it. I know from Julie's side of things how much she puts into it every day. It's just she's got a passion for it and she has a blast, which is great.
And Mike, I know you know.
I'm gonna have a different approach. Maybe. Maybe we should go to the next segment.
Do you fully understand even what we're doing or what Emily's working on half the time?
I absolutely do, but
Okay.
Emily, you know, has so many different things going on.
I wanted to talk
and
about
so
that with
it was
you.
a lob up of another basketball lob of here's my other idea. And at the time, Julie and I had never met. Obviously, I hadn't met you either. And so truthfully didn't know what to expect. Didn't know. I just thought it was this podcast thing that has kind of became getting legs and people are starting to do it. And I didn't realize the success that you guys would have 2 years later. So huge shout out to you guys.
Thank you.
To Vocal, of course.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, and it's grown, I think, beyond even what we envisioned. I don't think we really knew what to expect.
Yeah.
But
it's been great.
But I do think especially on your part, because I do tend to, you know, kind of like a, you don't have to agree so quickly. But you know, to do a lot of different things.
Yeah, and
so
I wanted to ask Mike about that.
I think these are going to be the best questions. Is you asking Mike questions and me asking Kelly questions.
Exactly. And I even have maybe some for both of y'all. But yeah, what do you think of Emily's whole world? I mean, okay, so she's got this badass job with the Texas Rangers that she's had for a long time, even prior to that with Fox Sports Southwest. So TV is like the main thing, right? Which for most people is a lot and is enough.
Right.
And then Emily has had so many ventures beyond that. I mean, dating back to, I don't know, when you started the other things 10 years ago, like a while back.
Yeah.
And then she just keeps kind of piling things on with the wine and then now this, but these things that she is going now are going really well. So what do you think of it all? It's a lot.
I mean, truthfully, she doesn't know what to do if she doesn't have 10 things going on. So, I mean, for me, like there's zero chance that I could be successful in more than one thing. So it's a huge compliment that she can do that, you can do that and be successful. So, I mean, I don't even know if you guys know half of the things that she does just on the little, other side
Probably
businesses and stuff. So, I mean, there's quite a few. I mean, there's the Rangers, some others I won't get into, but yeah, I mean, I think it's, if she's not staying up till 11 every night, then she doesn't really know how to.
I've gotten better about that, though. I've gotten better about that
you have.
lately.
Yeah.
You have to admit, I will have a glass of wine in bed rather than having a glass of wine out
too.
working on the computer. Okay, Kelly, this is the question I wanted to ask you, and I've always, I thought this would be the perfect place to. Like, to me, Julie is like one of the nicest humans I've ever met.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like with me, I get like super riled up. I get, I get, emotional and, yell and, up that kind of, it's just, that's the way our house is kind of loud. And then I feel like Julie's just always so happy and so like calm and, all that. And I'm like, it can't be this way all the time. She can't always be this way. She can't. It's not possible.
It's impossible.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
It's impossible.
I just wanted to feel a little bit more normal, Julie.
Yeah, no. Is that the question?
No, but she is the sweet. I mean, she's the sweetest thing.
She is. She's sweet. She's great. She reminds me of my mom. I think that's why we started off, so great. But life is hard. I mean, there's no doubt about it. There's lots going on. My job, the kids, are just life is stressful. So no, she's not all the time the perfect human or smiling or happy all the time, but she's pretty close. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's nice. Very PC. I'm like, I think
I don't want her to yell at me.
Not on the heels
a lot
of
of
that.
the times when I come here or like when I go to work at the ticket or when I go somewhere, I'm like so happy because I'm out of the house.
It's her getaway. Yeah, it's her getaway.
And so Kelly sees me in all my glory, right? Like we talk about all the life stressors and the kids and then the trying to keep the house clean and all of that. So I sometimes am not probably as nice as I am to
life.
other people because
Well, but don't you think that's the way with everyone,
he
right?
has to be there all the time.
I mean, don't you feel like, think about business dealings, all that kind of stuff. I mean, when I'm at work, I don't lose my shit a whole lot, but at home it happens on the reg. And, but one thing I will say that drives me crazy about Mike is he's so calm all the time. And so I almost feel like he does it to fuck with me. Like, here she is losing her shit. I'm just going to be like this. And then she's going to realize
that's what you need.
She's a complete idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting all emotional and
Mike,
all that
what do
kind
you
of stuff.
think? Do you have to
does it
harness a
on
lot to
purpose.
stay calm? Are you naturally like that? Are you
No,
trying not
sometimes
to
I
explode?
wish I was the other way sometimes. And I don't know. I mean, really the only times in near recent history that I can remember was losing it on my kids. We won't talk about those things. That was not a good one. But
Well, we all do.
We all
that.
do.
yeah, I mean, it's just but at the office and clients and that kind of stuff. I mean, I feel like that's what kind of makes us pretty good at what we do because you're getting that constant.
If you were somebody that freaked out about everything, like you wouldn't be able to have the job and lead as many people and run a company, right? Like so like you said, you're probably used to that day in, day out, and then you come home and you're like, all right, I just got to keep on so this crazy train doesn't get a hold of me.
All I do all day is talk on the phone, and then when I come home, I'm like, I don't really want to talk to anybody.
And then sometimes I'll be like peppering him with questions or wanting a conversation or whatever. But you know what he'll do? This is so fun. We can just talk about
So we can have like
fair.
therapy.
So, okay, it is like therapy. Yeah, take a drink, have a drink. So
Here we go.
What are the things? And we're gonna play a game here in a little bit.
I'm excited for that.
I'm so excited for the game. But what are the things that you guys find yourselves like battling over, or what are the
Yeah, that
You know
was
what
one
I
of my
mean?
questions
Yeah,
too. It's like biggest conflicts.
Yes.
For between
The two of you.
between us.
Yeah.
It's just the day-to-day grind of kids, and my job is so so time consuming during the hockey season. It's hard for me to help. So but also the hard part with us is I get home from a long road trip and I've been working, and sometimes she thinks that I've been on, we were in Montreal last week and I was just having fun the whole time. So I get home and I'm a little tired or exhausted from that, and she needs help right away. So it's a little bit of a battle that way, trying to help with the kids, especially knowing that I'm not there all the time. So that's the hard part is helping with the house and helping as much as I can, but still understanding that I have a job and a busy job and a stressful job. So I try, but that's probably our biggest battle is just the day-to-day, getting the kids to the basketball game and the hockey game, and then I'm not on the road. I'm on the road. And
it's hard.
the
It's really hard for one person, but at the same time, I understand he's working. So it's
we get
it's
together
just
on
hard.
Sunday nights now and basically plan out the week. Like,
Yeah.
here we go. And then sometimes I'm gone for a week, so it's all on her.
Yeah.
So we try to, we've gotten a little better lately because now the kids are getting
So
more
involved.
stuff, so involved. Now we got Ryder's playing 4 or 5 different sports. Anna's starting to play sports. She's at gymnastics right now. So now it's, and it's not going to slow down. So now it's, all right, trying to give them every opportunity that I had as a kid, but also stick with their job. She loves being busy. That's why she loves this. Is she wants to be busy. She wants to keep doing things and keep growing this business or whatever it is. And so we're always, we've always had an understanding of each other and our careers and how we always want to keep going. But now we've got these 2 other little guys that need to do things. And
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a lot. Like,
Yeah.
like
It's
we
a
all,
lot.
it's just figuring it all
And then
out,
the house,
right?
and then there's
yeah. And then
it is what it is.
okay, so I have 2 questions. So should we stay on the conflict thing?
I think ours is I think now I haven't traveled for 2 years, so reality's about to hit.
Mike, are you
'cause
nervous?
It's been a long time.
No,
Or are you
not at all.
excited?
No. I mean, truthfully, like I don't know any different. Like we got a break last year without any travel, and so we're gonna get back to. The only thing is, like Kelly said, is as the kids get older, more activities start becoming, and they don't go away. They're layering.
Yeah.
So we're fortunate enough we have family close, so we have. I know you guys don't have the same family support locally here,
Yeah.
so that's a huge.
It's
Yeah, the
huge. We
biggest
couldn't do it.
Because
Yeah.
your sister, right,
My
is like
sister
so.
and my parents.
Yeah,
And my
yeah.
mom. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, we
everybody.
Have, yeah, I mean, we have
Yeah,
4
I have my
different
aunt
points.
and uncle, and
Yeah.
I don't want to discredit them. Both my aunts live here, but you use them like sparingly.
Yeah. I mean, we have 4 different. Oh shit, we need somebody to do this. There are 4 different people.
You
we
need
can call
oh
that could
shit
be there.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, I find sometimes you probably don't because you have your oh shit people. I'll like meet friends and I'm like, okay,
They could be one.
can you be my oh shit person?
Yes.
I'm gonna dive into this friendship until you can be my oh shit person.
Yes.
And I got one. Like today, my oh shit person's helping out.
Nice. It helps if they're in the neighborhood. Are they in
Yes.
the neighborhood?
Yes.
Because then it's just like.
It's just
Well,
a lot.
it's tough with me because I can't reschedule. I can't just reschedule a meeting because
Right.
No, they're
And he can't
it's an
take a day
NHL
off,
Game,
like-
I can't take a day. If there's a game, sorry, Julie, I know you're busy, but I can't
Right.
help you on this day. So
Yeah.
it's hard that way.
Yeah, for sure.
When it comes to like organizing, like Kelly said, like sometimes Sunday nights or whatever night it ends up being, we try to organize. And Em, I know you're doing a whole lot of like maneuvering kids' schedules and life and everything else. How do y'all like separate the business part of a marriage and the marriage part of a marriage? Or do you? I know that's a kind of a hard question.
Together?
Yeah. Or do you? Like, do you have to temper that, like, okay, let's not talk about this stuff. Let's just sit down, have a glass of wine and watch a show and not do that? Or do you just kind of blend it all together?
I mean, truthfully, I don't know that we really don't talk about business that much.
No, I mean, we go over the schedule. So
Yeah.
So we talk about, but like so we go over the schedule usually on Sundays. But like once baseball starts, like I've already made the childcare calendar through the end of April. So it's got everything's mapped out. It's got who's picking up kids from school.
See, she's on top of
It's
it.
all
I mean,
that kind of stuff.
She has to.
Right.
Yeah.
And I told Mike, he knew what he was getting into when he married me. I mean, it's not like this was some surprise, and he's always been extremely supportive. But I've always told him as his business grew, he's still our breadwinner. He is still the financial backbone of our family. And so I made the commitment to him. I was like, look, you will have every day from 8 p.m. until 6 p.m. I will take care of that. If it's outside of those, or if you've got, a meeting, a happy hour, or client dinner, or whatever, just let me know. But I'm going to have that way you don't have to worry about anything from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
That's your time to focus on your job, and I'll take care of everything else. So that's kind of the way we've operated since the kids were babies. I mean, tiny. And then we kind of work through everything else. But I didn't feel like it was fair to him to take away when like I said, it's the financial backbone of our family. I didn't want him to be stressed out about stuff. So I'm like, if I can take that off of his plate, then we can figure everything else out. And I feel like that's worked pretty good.
Yeah, that's great. She does all the scheduling because I would screw it up. So
we need an Emily in our marriage.
I know. I always say that.
We need a Julie in ours too.
I'm like, I need a wife.
You need a wife.
Okay.
This got kinky real quick.
Time out.
Everybody drink. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, how did you guys, I know we've talked about this before, but I want to revisit it, especially because we're all together. How did you two meet?
Want me to take that one?
Yeah, I talk enough on this thing.
Okay, yeah. We met, so I worked for the Stars. I was the video coach back then, and she worked for Fox Sports Southwest, so she was covering the team. And I'm not gonna lie, I could tell the story. I think she told the story last time that we just met as a team and blah, blah, blah. Well, I had a crush on her. So from the very beginning, I was, she was the cute TV girl and I was just the video coach in the background. So we ran into each other. She didn't know who I was. She recognized me. We talked about this story all the time, but we ran into each other. We both lived in Uptown. At a bar, and I came up to her and said hi, and we talked for a little bit, and then I walked away, and she told me, she was like, who was that? I don't remember who that was. So
Nothing clicked here when you came and
Didn't
said
know who
hi. It was like, hey.
I set the scene. So, and then we had lunch together, just randomly at work. It was a group work thing where it was like lunch, and there was the Rangers were playing. We went and watched a Rangers
company picnic.
It was coming, so we went and watched. Okay. And so we sat each other, talked a little bit.
It was the PR guy, Graham
Clark, yeah.
Graham and I, and then you came.
I snuck. I snuck in.
So it was just
lunch.
three of us, yeah.
And then she invited me to her birthday.
At Gaddytown?
Gaddytown.
Oh,
and
you
went from there.
Wait.
She was really excited about Gaddytown.
Birthday? Is that like Mr. Gaddy's?
Yeah, but better.
Oh,
with games.
Is it games?
Yeah, it was a game.
What birthday was this?
It was a big company birthday party, Julie's birthday party. Everyone got invited.
It was just a lunch, like a birthday lunch, and my boss was like, "Where do you want to go?" And I was like, "Gaddytown."
God, this is why I love you.
Is that where you get tickets and stuff?
Yeah.
You go get
It's basically like a glorified Chuck E. Cheese.
It's an adult Chuck. Well,
a good pizza though.
Yeah.
Gaddy says good pizza.
Yeah. So I requested via my boss that he was on the guest list for Gaddytown.
I didn't take the hint at the time. And then it took a while, but
You didn't take the hint. Yeah. You didn't talk to me at Gaddytown.
No, I didn't. I didn't know I was specifically invited. I just thought it was a group thing. So.
Yeah. So then that was my hint. Was like you were invited to my birthday. Like follow up somehow, and he didn't. So here we are. What, another year later?
Oh,
6 months. It was 6 months later because it was Christmas party.
6 months later.
Christmas party.
God, thank goodness for work events.
I know. And I only worked for the Stars for 1 year.
You made the most of it.
So that's where we started dating after that. I took her to a Mavericks game, I think, the next night, and there we go.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
And then my grandma's house for Christmas, like a few days after that.
That's right.
Oh,
because he didn't have anywhere to go.
That's
sweet. And nanny.
My parents came down every second year. And so that was whatever the year was that no one came down. So it was the off year. So I was going to do Christmas by myself.
Yeah. And my grandma was always great about welcoming anybody into the home, which now we're in that home and I try to do the same thing. But yeah, so it was kind of like Fast and Furious there. It took a long time to get going.
Yeah.
But then once it did, it was like, okay. And then he ended up proposing on Thanksgiving at my grandmother's house, which is our house
That
now.
same year?
No,
So almost a year later. After that
11 months?
No, it would have been
2 years.
Yeah.
So we got married in 2000. So it was because I always
2
remember
years
this is
later.
how our world works is we started dating the year the Mavs won the championship.
So that was 11.
That was 11. And then 2014 we got married. So it was 2013 Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
2 years.
Yeah. And I was, we've talked about it. I was going through like all the chemo and stuff. Like not when we met, but once when he proposed, I was in a wig.
Did you ever think, I don't know, if
Like,
I
is she
wanna
gonna make
do
it?
this? Like,
No, I honestly, the people I get asked that all the time. It never even crossed my mind. Her mind was.
You do?
know,
You get asked that all the time?
not all the time, but you know,
Yeah.
like somebody,
especially
every
I
time
bet
I do-
now more
every-
than people
I
know,
get
yeah.
Only people talk to me about Julie all the time because I got interviewed a bunch of times, and it comes up all the time, and I said it never crossed my mind that anything was not going to go right. Like she was so strong mentally, and her mindset was like positive and 100%. I'm going to beat this, and we're going to live our life, and we're going to be great, and I'm going to do tickers.
I can't wait to do tickers.
I can't wait to do tickers.
Gotta make it through this shit so I can do tickers.
It's funny. I don't know if I was naive or not. I understood what was going on, and I knew the risk and everything. But it never crossed my mind that she wasn't going to come out of this on the other side.
Right.
It just didn't. So
Yeah.
it was never
thank
never
you.
regrets. Well, it was your attitude. It's I've told that. To a lot of people.
And his mom had just been through it, and I was trying to channel her because she had the best attitude through it all. And you saw your mom come out on the other
Yeah.
side, and I think that helped.
Yeah, and she had the same positive attitude that you had. So it was,
Yeah. We made it through that.
did.
Okay, and you guys have a Mavs game involved too, don't you?
Yeah.
Do we both have that in common?
Yes, we do, honey.
We do. Yeah, but if you ask how we met, we're going to get two varying stories.
Yep.
I mean, generally the framework is the same, but the execution's a little
Okay,
different.
good.
You
Let's
go- you
let's
go
break
first.
it
No,
down.
no,
Break
honey.
it down.
No, honey, you go
No,
first.
I'm the guest.
You go first.
You're the
you
host.
go first.
Kelly went
No.
first, so you can go first.
Well, I'll paraphrase all this, but so at the time, so that was what, 2007? Mm-hmm. December of 2000, since y'all were so good with your dates, I'm going to follow up with
Seven.
some
Only
more
because
dates.
the Mavs won the finals.
yeah.
Sports. So at the time, we had season tickets that were in the last row of the bottom bowl. So on the lower end, and we
the
used to
American Airlines
American
Center, yeah.
Airlines Center. So our seats were in the middle. So we always stood behind them because we didn't want to interrupt anybody. There's relevance to this. Mm-hmm. So I was standing up in the middle behind the seats, and you were standing over there about to go down the stairs to go on the floor to do your interview, right? And I went and talked to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like while she
And-
was working.
I was
Yeah.
working that game.
I didn't know because I didn't know who she was.
Okay.
That's where the
That
stairs.
is bullshit.
That's what I'm
That
trying
is
to tell.
such bullshit.
I'm just telling you. I mean, it was just all of this that got it. Just really.
She was just hot. Yeah.
you used
Well,
your sister.
I referenced some folks that
But
knew,
then
we
if
both
you-
knew.
If you didn't know who I was, how would you have people to reference?
Well, I think I didn't know your name. I don't know if I
Oh.
didn't. I couldn't remember. But anyway, so the story goes. So she says I have to go to work, and I was like, taken back. I was like, "What is that? What's that mean?" So you walked down, did your bit, and then came and brought your card and a bold Sharpie wrote your cell phone
And I
number.
will not lie. I
Damn,
did.
girl.
Yep. I thought I liked all
So
this.
you liked all
Liked all that.
You felt sparks.
I definitely did. I definitely did. And so
That's cute.
But he's lying because he used his sister, and he said, and I quote, "My sister told me to introduce myself to
if
you."
I ever ran into someone like you.
If bullshit. So I knew his sister Kelly. See?
Someone like
so
you.
busted. So I did get my business card and did write in Sharpie on the back my number. But I told him, I said, "Oh, here's my number. Give this to Kelly the next time you see her, his sister." So we totally, we're both trying
That's
to
when
play.
the joke started.
So
yeah.
then that was when texting was pretty prevalent. Like it was big text. And so we text back and
it was?
forth. Yeah, we texted back and forth a lot. And then I'll never forget, because at that time, I think that's when people were starting to kind of hide behind texting and not that way you don't have to
Yeah.
do phone calls. We can just text.
Yeah.
And so I remember I was dropping off dry cleaning the next day, and we were texting back and forth, and he called. And I was like, "Oh, someone's assertive." And I was like, answered. But then I was like kind of taken aback because I'm like, we've been able to just text. And now it's like, oh. And I was like, but I was like, okay, I like this. Like, I like the
Yes.
fact that he's like, F a bunch of texting. I mean, I remember I was walking
Because
to
you
the
can
dry
do that
cleaners.
for days.
Yes.
Oh.
And it makes everything drawn out. And so he was like, okay. And so we texted, and then we went on our first date. He almost didn't come because you had a few pops with your friends, and we went, and he was in Fort Worth and I was in Dallas. You told me this. And I wasn't going to be able, we went to Toulouse, and I was working that night, and we ended up going to Toulouse in uptown,
Yeah.
downtown, whatever.
I know Toulouse.
Yeah.
We went to Toulouse, and then there's another story that can't be told, and nothing was there. There was
He's making this face. And he's got so much he
I
wants to say.
don't even know what you're talking about right now.
So much that he wants to say.
We didn't do the do-its on the first date, or second date, whatever it was. We didn't do the do-its, just so everyone knows. But there was funny
something
stories.
happened,
There was funny stories,
And then he didn't call you.
and then no.
Oh.
Man was
He-
in.
he liked it.
All
He
in.
liked it.
All in.
Can we talk about the story when I went to your house and all of your things in your cabinets are all perfect, and then I would go over there and I would turn them all around? What was the movie with Sandra Bullock?
Single white female.
No.
Oh.
Anyway, I won't belabor the point, but every time before I left, I would turn all the Campbells
Just to F with her.
and then move it all around in there, and then I'd go, I left you something. And
Yeah. Because he would drive back to
Was
Fort
that
Worth. He'd be
cute, or did
like-
you hate it?
Oh, no. I got at first it was cute, and then it would happen all the time. But sometimes it was the towels he would unfold the towels and
That's
f- them up.
awesome.
And and he would never tell me what it was. He would just be like, left you a surprise. And I'd be like, motherfucker. And so I would go, he's driving back to Fort Worth, and I'm scouring my house to figure out what he had done to intentionally, make me crazy. And then, but also too, I thought, for me, I loved that. And that's how our marriage, this is what we do.
Yeah.
We jab, we poke, that's how we operate. I remember when the first time his sister was around us as a couple, and we were just taking shots at each other. And I remember Kelly being like, oh my God, y'all are stressing me out. What are you doing? And I was like, this is just how we roll. That's just, it's our personalities. It's the way we work.
And maybe it's a good
And
way to
it
keep
does
it
work
light.
for us.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
will say sometimes I'll get a little needy emotionally, and I'm like, okay, I need you to just love me and tell me how beautiful I am, and all the things.
All the
But
things.
most of the time we're doing this.
I love that you picked up on this crazy OCD situation so early
yeah.
on, and then wanted to F with her. How did?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Emily
Well,
and
good
I,
job.
we had our one fight on the show, which wasn't real, and then
God.
maybe it was real, but it was about I said at one point, how does Mike handle you? And I was totally joking, kind of,
I was totally joking, kind of.
but what do you think? How do you handle this OCD situation? But you're kind of like that too, right? Or no?
Not as bad. I think I'm OCD about a lot of things, and then there's some things that she's so OCD that I don't have to. Mm-hmm. It overcompensates for mine.
Yeah, that's very true.
So do you
I'm very OCD at the office. Yes.
what about stuff around the house? Do you make a point to try and not aggravate her with stuff
No,
being
he
where
makes a
it's-
point to aggravate me. On purpose.
Like
He'll,
what?
So is this
Oh,
still happening?
oh my God, all the fucking time. He'll do purposely all the all the Tupperwares pulled back with all the snacks in it, and he'll leave one out. Just and then he'll even say is this right? And I'm like, I want to fucking kill you. What are you doing to me? Why are you doing
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your answer, Mike?
So if everything's not spaced, literally, it has to it can't be an inch, half inch, inch. If they're all stacked, they all have to be an inch. Just
Does she have,
stuff, and
a
I'm
little
are you serious?
measuring
right now?
tape?
Yeah, I mean, she will go by and it will almost call her. The doors will be closed, and she'll open the door, and something's not right in there.
Yeah, we can't play that game at our house.
So I'm like, oh my god,
I should clean something and see if you can find it.
Okay, so what about y'all, home-wise? Are there different, do y'all operate on, Lovey, you're so great, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me, you're my soulmate, you complete me? Or are we, because I feel like there are some couples out there that are that way, and obviously we love each other very much, but this is just how we work. So how do y'all work?
You want to take that one?
No.
Okay. I think we just have
I
an
like hearing you
understanding.
talk.
I think we just have an understanding that we're. My dad always jokes about that we're very similar. You know?
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys are similar, but so it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Where we do a lot of things similar that are fun, and we get along, and we understand, and we enjoy those things. But we're missing a lot of the other stuff with our picking up the house and all that stuff. We need to do a
Neither
better
of us
job.
are OCD at all.
We're not OCD.
Yeah.
We're the exact opposites. So
We need some of that.
no, we're not lovey-dovey. We kind of are. Like from the very start, we were already into our careers, so we understood who each other were, and we were driven career-wise and that thing. So I think we went into our dating and our marriage life of we are who we are, and if we want to work together, if this wants to work, we kind of have to work with each other because we're not really changing much. We're trying to get better and trying to always improve at certain things, but I think from the very start we were understood who each other were from the very beginning. So
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the benefits of getting married later in life, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not getting, I mean, not to say there's anything wrong with that, but it's like if I would have gotten married at 22,
I was
holy
totally-
shit.
totally
I mean,
different person.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I will say though, like when we've talked about this, and I think I've talked about it a lot, but things change a lot. Like when you get married and have kids, especially when you have kids, things change. And it's like the dating, the fun, going out and partying. Like we were really good at partying.
Yeah, we were fun.
Like both of us, we had so much fun.
We did have fun.
We would go out and just, not a care in the world. And then we'd be hungover and we'd just like lay around and watch shows.
Watch sports and
and just like
living the dream.
Oh,
shit.
it's great.
Yeah,
Great.
it's like that. Like that was kind of
Order some delivery.
We were really good at that. Like
Yeah.
we just had a blast. Like, and so when all of that like freedom, I guess, is kind of taken away, like that's when you have your most challenges, I think.
Yeah.
So it's something
Fair.
that we're trying to work through, and that's one of the things that when I asked about how you separate like business and marriage, it's like life sometimes just so gets in the way of like all the fun stuff. So I feel like that's probably a common thing with a lot of people once you have kids. So that's just something that, in
we're
full
still
disclosure,
trying.
like
Yeah.
that's what we're working on.
We're still trying to enjoy life. Like
Yeah.
And I think
we have
too,
our-
like it's important, like to take vacations together, like
Yeah.
whether even, I mean, without kids, I feel like that's important. We haven't had a ton of those, but we try to, take advantage of those. Like you have to have some time to yourselves to kind of,
Right,
like you said,
because
get back to those party days where
that's
you
what
lay in
life
bed and watch
was.
sports and order a pizza.
Well, we did that. We went to we had the All-Star break for the
We had
start.
one day. I told you
we
about
went
it.
one day to Austin. Yeah, somebody crashed a scooter that day.
It still hurts.
I told her not to scoot and drink. Drink and scoot.
Drink and
Don't-
scoot?
It was just
Don't
fun.
drink and scoot.
It was just kind of fun
Is
to
that
be.
on 6th Street?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was on 6th Street.
I thought I was recovered. I was doing yoga this morning, and it was something where I had to be on my right knee, and it was like, ah! I was like, what's wrong? Oh, the scooter.
Was it the electric?
Yes.
Those things are scary AF, even if
They
you're.
move.
Yes.
They move. I was just in DC. and I was
They move.
walking. Yeah, I was walking around the mall and the monuments there, and there were some people flying around.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's not more accidents.
I
right
agree.
here More like it's they get going.
Okay, we need to work in some sponsors here.
Okay.
I feel like this one is going to be really, really, really resonate with Mike.
I think so.
Yes. It's about Baird Financial.
Mm-hmm.
Baird is one of our newer sponsors. Are you familiar? They're a Fort Worth company.
I do.
Yeah. And so Baird is here to help, I think, people, well, everyone.
We can even talk about it. Like, do y'all
Yeah.
you probably help plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah, with
Yes.
retirement. Like, I know
Yes.
that's something that we don't,
really think about.
I don't think about too much.
Right. So because of that, I don't think about retirement because he's got it taken care of. But it can be expensive. It can be a daunting task. It's something you need to be prepared for. It's something you want to be prepared for because you actually want to retire. But 60% of women don't expect their money to last throughout their lifetime, and 62% are worried that they won't be able to maintain their current lifestyle in retirement.
Do y'all know who lives longer of the two sexes?
Oh, women, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
we're smarter.
because we're smarter,
We're
obviously. So what can we as women do to get the retirement we want?
Baird, go to Baird. They can help you. They can help you with their new women's retirement guide. They lay it all out there for you. It's available at women@baird.com. That's women@BAIRD.com. Start planning for your retirement today.
Yeah, they've been around for a really long time, and we talk about this a lot. You've talked about this. We have this conversation every once in a while. It's like, if I die, here's my one password that unlocks. Like, I have an app on my computer. It's like unlocks all my accounts, whatever.
Yeah.
Very few of which have like
Is it Mike?
financial stuff.
I love Mike.
It is. I love Mike so very much with all my heart and soul. But like, I honestly don't like. We'll talk about it every once in a while, but he's got this whole. And kudos to him. I mean, I feel like my kids have probably more money than I do at this point in my life as far as their college savings. Like, he's got it
That's awesome.
dialed, which is wonderful. It's a wonderful thing to have that luxury. But it's also, he's so smart financially, like as far as what we should spend, what we shouldn't spend, that's been some, what are you doing? Where is your money going? What are you?
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
It's called accountability.
Accountability. That's exactly what you want to hear from your husband, is to talk about accountability. But we still have a very effed up financial situation. I guess it's not. I mean, it works for us. I still have my own accounts. I pay for certain things. He pays for he's always like, you want to trade? And I'm like, no, I'm good. But we still have separate stuff, but we're mixed in everything. Everybody's got access to everything, but I really don't. I don't.
Does he run it all? Like, did
he runs
he
the
come up with how to
financial
do it
show.
all?
Yes,
Yeah.
without question. And so I feel like that's something that a lot of married couples don't talk about going into it. But when we met, I was paying off gambling debt to my father. So,
And
I was driving a Mercedes that I had like leverage.
wait, hang on, we're not done yet. Hang on, it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute.
Mercedes.
Oh, this is good stuff.
I was driving a gold Mercedes C230 or something that I think you could buy a house. Like, you could pay a mortgage.
You were this big shot reporter. Like, you had to
So
look the
big
part.
shot. But
boy.
I think it was a lease even. And I had carried over negative equity from a Mitsubishi Montero Sport.
I had a Montero Sport.
I think she was carrying negative equity from like 2 vehicles into that one.
Moving it along.
It was
I'm like, oh.
anyway.
So I'm driving this gold Mercedes C230 and at that time, remember when I told you
Remember Beanstalk?
and I had an agent. Remember I told you?
Yes,
it was
talk to my agent.
Talk to my agent. And so, we'd been dating like a month. And I think he's already maybe a little concerned because I told him I couldn't he wanted to go to like Shreveport or something. And I was like, well, I'm in a little bit of a gambling thing right now. So probably not a good idea. So I think
So we don't gamble anymore
he's
in our
probably,
house.
very
What do you-
loosely.
Okay.
I mean,
you were just trying to stay away, or could you legally not cross
No,
a
there was
border?
nothing legal, but
There just wasn't a whole lot to go with. Is that what
Okay.
you're going to say?
I was gambling.
So, Mike,
I didn't hear about.
I need to hear from Mike.
Have you ever heard of Windstar?
Yeah.
I helped build that place. It was a tent when I first started going there. It was a glorified tent. Now it's like this giant resort.
You did some good deeds.
Yes.
What would those Windstar employees be doing now if it weren't for you? They'd all be on the streets.
So anyway, but within 2 weeks,
Giving
he's
back.
already got me firing my agent and trading in the C230, and I've moved to not within 2 weeks, but he was like, why do you have an agent again? And I was like, I don't know, because it was cool. And I had a T-shirt made that said, talk to my agent. I don't know.
Because it was cool.
I don't know.
Mike, what did you think of all this? This is a
Wasn't
lot.
quite certain
And when you
there,
start
to be
dating
honest
someone.
with you. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. That's just like my nature. Like, and it came from a good place. It wasn't like I was trying to be a jerk.
Oh, no. I mean, what do you think of this gambling mess that you met?
I thought you meant the whole deal.
No, but like you meet a girl and then you find all this out. It's kind of
in
funny
fairness,
and awesome.
I used to like to do a little bit of that too. And
we still do.
And I
dabble
still
in every
do,
once in a
but
while, yeah.
we don't
Not
like
hardcore. Not like we used to.
Not like that. That was not a good spot to be in for anyone. So we reveled in
was
our...
it kind of funny and
we
like,
reveled in
was it
our
kind of
own-
hot?
Yeah, it's like... Because I'd been there too. I wasn't perfect either.
It's kind of funny and awesome. It's like, how
yeah.
many girls do you meet that have like gambling
next
problems?
next to none.
It's freaking awesome. I like
Well,
it.
how do you ought to see her gamble too. Oh my. Oh my.
Does she go crazy?
Mm-hmm.
What does she
Not
do?
good.
Do you?
No, I just know what I'm doing.
I want to hear Mike
You-
talk, Emily.
If you've had enough pops, you get a little out of there.
What
I
does
do
she do?
because when no one else knows what they're doing, but I do.
Did everyone hear that?
Welcome. You're the exception.
Welcome to my world.
No, I was kidding. I knew I was throwing you a watermelon that you could catch there. So. No, it was good.
So
It
you
was
weren't
fun.
you weren't obviously too freaked out by it all because you married her.
No. We had to retool the other things so that we could tackle those things.
Retool.
The other thing, the cars and the agency, and that went over well too.
Yeah.
I feel like
It did. I mean, listen, it is. It is what it. Like
It's
I knew.
awesome.
I needed to
did
be
not
more-
know this story. I love
yeah.
it. This has all been worth it.
no, I want you to tell the story about your. I don't know if we can do this.
What?
Or
You can do whatever you
with
want.
your-
We own
With
this.
your dad when you left the previous place you were when you came to Dallas and
Oh.
you had just signed a new contract.
And what he
your
said?
Well, that he was going to drop a bunch of pennies off of it.
So when my
This
dad.
is a good one. You'll like this.
So my
one.
dad. So when I left Lubbock, I had the opportunity to come to Fox Sports Southwest, but I was still under contract in Lubbock, and. So this is where I get the vast majority of my personality. My dad was an ornery son of a bitch. Loved him, but he was also like my best friend. Like he was amazing. We had a super tight relationship. And so whenever I left, they were like, "You can't leave. You're under contract." And I was like, "Well, I can buy it out." And they're like, "Okay, it was $48,000." And so
It's because of the gambling debt she didn't have.
this is very true. This is very true.
Carry on.
So my dad,
more than maybe she
so my dad
Maybe
came up
you
with
would
it.
have it.
But let me tell you something. I think I was gambling, trying to pay back my dad the $48,000, whatever. Anyway, so my dad was like, "You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get a bunch of fucking penny bags from the bank, and they're gonna fill them with pennies, and every bag's gonna have a different dollar amount, and we're gonna pull up to that fucking TV station. I'm gonna dump all those fucking bags of pennies, and they can count that $48,000.
Oh my gosh.
I quit nuts, and I was like, I would love nothing more than if you did that. But that's how my daddy worked. Like he was
That's
just
amazing.
Like, yeah. But I will say,
He
like
had your
God
back.
love him, he did. But my dad was not the smartest with money either, and that's where I got it.
Well, a lot of
not that he
people are
wasn't.
not.
He
Yeah.
wasn't terrible with it. He liked to spend. He liked to buy. He liked to make people happy. He liked to make people smile. He never wanted to tell my sister and I no. And that leads to you making decisions that aren't the best decisions, right? Overall. But he was like, that was kind of his thing.
But Mike got it all worked out.
And Mike, listen,
Still
we're
trying to
so
figure it out.
dialed in.
We're retooled.
Retool.
Reshuffle, retool.
I know.
Corporate words.
I know.
Right.
Yes. Okay, we need to play the game, but we need to get a couple sponsors in.
Yes.
Bottle Rover.
Bottle Rover.
That's me. Bottle Rover's me.
Okay, go for
Okay.
it.
So, do y'all know what Bottle Rover is?
I was just gonna say Bottle Rover is easy to love.
Bottle Rover is
Yeah.
very easy to love. So it's an alcohol delivery platform, free delivery on any order over $50. You can shop nearby local liquor stores, support local, and also support Bottle Rover, which supports us, and we
Yay.
love them. Bottle Rover, of course, who we had Corey Gersner, who is the former Texas Tech pitcher, in our studio just a couple of weeks ago. So it really is a great way. You're seeing it now all the time with Favor and DoorDash and all that kind of stuff. Well, Bottle Rover is like your specialty alcohol delivery service. So you can either schedule for pickup or you can have it delivered to your door. So Bottle Rover, Dallas-based company, but nationwide coverage. Find a store near you. Download the Bottle Rover app at bottlerover.com, available on iOS or Android. So thanks to Bottle Rover. We could probably...
Cheers.
Yeah. Oh, cheers.
Cheers
There
to
we go.
Bottle
Cheers
Rover.
to
It
Cheers to
says
Bottle
pour a glass
Rover.
and cheers.
Okay, pour a glass and cheers. You're
Yeah.
right. Okay, let's play a little game.
All right.
Let's play a little game. Okay, I brought markers.
Julie, we're
Emily's game show host.
out of wine.
This is going to be kind of a quick hit.
I do that sometimes. Anytime Kelly comes back in town from a long trip, I'm like,
Ready?
he's got this.
There's no alcohol in our house right now. I was gone for a week and it's all gone.
You need Bottle Rover.
Bottle Rover.
We do need Bottle Rover.
Bottle
Bottle
Rover.
Rover.
Okay. Here we go. So we're going to do a little bit of the newlywed game.
I thought we needed to do one more sponsor.
No, we have a couple more sponsors. We're
Okay.
going to space them out. That's what
All
good
right.
shows do, Sugar.
Okay.
Okay.
Good talk.
Oh, pet
Yeah,
names.
Sugar.
Well, that might be on the quiz. So here we go. Okay, we're going to go pretty quick on this so we don't bore everyone.
Still uses her Sharpies
Question.
Yes.
from when she gave you her number.
Yeah.
Yep. always have one available.
Sharpie gal.
Okay, so just write your answers. Just do questions 1 through 10, and then we're going to share them. No, don't look at each other's answers. We're operating on the honor system.
Okay.
Okay. What would your spouse say is their favorite feature of yours?
Like physical.
Anything.
Is this being for real or we got
No.
jokes? We got jokes?
No jokes.
Because you're
This is
trying to
being for real.
match each other,
You're
right?
trying to. The goal is for you and I to have the same answer.
So I'm
Oh, wait,
talking
we
about
can't.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
work through this.
Yeah.
Let's just do it and share. Okay. How about this? First 5, y'all guess what you think we'll say, and
Okay.
the next 5, we'll guess what you think.
Ma'am, can you restate the question?
Yes, that's a great point. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating.
I know.
I'm sweating.
Okay.
Okay.
It's hard being a game show host.
It is. Okay. So, Kelly and Mike, what would your spouse say is their favorite feature of yours? So, what do you think I think is your best feature? That makes no sense.
Okay.
Right?
Got it.
Oh, that was so fast. Do you understand what I just said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I got it.
Okay, Kelly and Mike, if you could take over one household chore for your spouse forever, what would they want you to do? Ooh, this is a good one.
Well, there's
I
a
got
lot.
If you don't answer this right, we're
We're not
getting a
supposed to
divorce.
be anything right now, right?
Nope.
No, you got 6 through 10,
We got
Jules.
6 through
Okay.
10.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I don't think
gonna
this
be
is
so
right because there's a
fun.
lot of them.
You can do commas.
Julie, get your
Add.
MSU.
Got
ready,
it.
ready. Yes. Okay. Okay. What would your spouse say is the most different between the two of you? So, what would you, Mike and Kelly, say that we, Julie and Emily, would say is the most different between us?
Sorry, repeat. I was going back to the second question.
What would Julie say is most different between you two? And what would I say is the most different between us two?
Oh,
Putting you on the
It's like
spot.
somebody had a revelation.
It does sound like it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got it.
Okay, what about, are we ready for the next one?
yep.
What would your spouse say is the nicest thing you did in the past week?
He's
So
been
what
gone.
would Julie
I was
say?
gone for a whole week.
All right, let's go back a
All right, no,
month.
I got,
month. Okay.
I did something.
What would I say, honey, is the nicest thing you did in the past week? It doesn't have to be for me. It just has to, or for Julie. We can't. Okay, that's it. Y'all are just getting 4 because the other one is who made the first move while dating, and we've already established that Mike was lying. That's established. Okay, so now Julie hit MSU, and then we're gonna do our questions.
If you need help with quizzes or life in general, MSU Flower Mound is here for you. Midwestern State University and Flower Mound is here to help you complete that bachelor's degree that you never finished. Maybe you're at a local community college looking to transfer. Their programs are designed to help advance your career. I just saw their billboard when I went to Waco to get my kids from my mom, and it made me very excited. They have a lot of different things that they can offer. Their degree programs are offered completely online, which is great for the working mom or the adult learner. They're not really going to get in the way of your life at all because you can just kind of do their degree programs on the side as you figure out what is the next best step for you and your family. They offer programs in nursing, respiratory care, radiologic sciences, teacher education, human resources, and much more. You can complete your degree in as little as 3 semesters, up to 2 years. So it's really not that big of a deal if you want to go back to school and get a degree and change your life for the better. Although their courses are offered online, they have a dedicated team and campus located in Flower Mound. I've been there, I've seen it, so you're doing things online, but if you want some face-to-face interaction, if you have questions, they're there for you in Flower Mound. They can answer all of your in-person student services questions and take care of whatever it is that you need, and we love them. At MSU Flower Mound, I feel like it's very fitting for moms that are maybe needing to change their career for one reason or another. Life changes, and so MSU Flower Mound is here for you.
Yeah. Life always changing. Thanks to
does.
Randy and the folks at MSU Flower Mound. Great partners of ours here on the Mom Game. Grateful for you guys. And you just said you saw the
I did.
Billboard.
I took a picture of their billboard.
I know.
It made me excited. It was right as I was leaving. I mean, it was
They're
right
everywhere.
past Baylor. So
Okay.
it's like, like you think about Baylor and then you're like, oh, I'm actually thinking about you because I don't want to
Yes.
go sit in person in
Right.
classes. I could
Yes.
just do this at home. This sounds easier.
I'm not trying to go to Waco.
It was good positioning by them for their billboard.
Okay, it's our turn to play. Mike and Kelly, y'all alternate reading
They were
the
really
questions.
good. I feel like they had quick answers.
They did. Okay.
Okay. If your spouse won $5,000, what would they want to spend it on?
So what would he want to spend it on?
Okay. Easy.
Okay.
All right. I think we already talked about this too, but where did the two of you go on your first date?
Oh, let's skip that one. So
Okay.
we'll each have 4.
Where did you share your first kiss? Oh. Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready, Jules?
Ready.
Okay. What is your spouse's favorite meal that you cook?
We both laugh.
Okay, 3 questions for you guys.
They did not hit the jackpot when it came to wives who cook. Do I even have one?
You can't look at him for help.
I
You just have to write down your
know.
answer. Okay.
Favorite thing that I cook? Jeez Louise. Wine. Man. Okay.
Okay. All right, Kelly. Last question.
I'm sorry, Kelly.
We're both sorry. We apologize for us.
I don't know if she'll know this one. This is a good
Ability to
question.
cook.
What was your spouse's first job? Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Like job or
Yeah, what are we talking
Just
about?
like
First
part-time,
first job?
like
Yeah.
first job.
Oh, okay.
Like
Like
mine
high
was
school.
a bank teller. I was a bank teller.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
I
nice.
was. Yeah, I was.
And then you ended up with gambling.
Everything comes full circle.
There we go.
Oh, love it. Okay. Kelly's first job.
Okay, well, you do this. Last sponsor of the day
Yeah.
before we reveal our answers. And Mike can also chime in on this one because it is Early Bird CBD. The Early Bird CBD gummies are a recreational hemp product that contain roughly 2.5 milligrams of natural THC and roughly 12.5 milligrams of CBD in each gummy. They are formulated with a microdose of THC and are designed to make you feel good. So there are a ton of different uses for the Early Bird gummies. And for me, it's been help with me chilling out and going to sleep. It's right.
Don't you think or no?
For you, yes.
Oh, have you been dabbling in my Early Bird CBD gummies? Oh.
No. I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, were you? That's
early
good.
birds.
The early birds. So, Early Bird CBD gummies are designed to put a smile on your face and are great for taking the edge off. A wide range of customers from young professionals to moms to retired age folks, everyone in between. That's because the effects of the gummies and tinctures, which is a fun little word, have such a broad appeal and wide application. So, I highly endorse CBD gummies. I highly endorse Early Bird. They have been awesome for me. Sleeping good, going to bed earlier. It's really, really awesome. So the Mom Game discount is TMG. It's good for 20% off new customers' first purchases. The URL is earlybirdcbd.com/TMG, and it will automatically apply the discount.
Yes, we
So,
want to make sure
shout
people
out.
know that because I get a lot of
Questions like the
messages
promo code. There's
Yes.
no promo code. Just
right,
go
there's no
to-
promo code, and a lot of people are interested whenever
They
we
are.
post about it. So make sure that you use our discount code, which is posted on our link tree, on our
Yeah.
Instagram, on our Twitter, all of that. You automatically get 20% off if you just use our code.
Yep, earlybirdcbd.com/TMG.
That's right.
Yes. All right, now it's time for the big reveal. Answers. Okay, what was the first question? First question was for the boys. What would your spouse say is their favorite feature of yours? Oh, wait, we have to write them down, what we think their answer is.
I was wondering that. So
Shit.
This game
Okay.
is-
I've got, okay. I already know mine, but I was thinking of answers in my head. So I would say this. Mike, what would you say? I said I said loyalty is one of my favorite qualities of
I
you.
thought you meant my physical qualities.
Oh, okay. Well, we said
That's what I went
physical
with, too.
or
I mean, I have a lot.
so many, a plethora. We can just say it. We don't have to write it down. I would say I've always loved his gray hair. Like it's
You
not.
cheated though. I saw you saw my.
It's
what I
not.
wrote down.
No, physically I do. I will say when we first met, it wasn't so salt. It was a lot more pepper. Now it's a lot of salt.
Happens.
But it's still, yes.
Happens.
Okay, Julie, what was yours?
So this is what I think, or what he thinks I would say about him.
Yes.
Height.
Yeah.
Yep. Nailed it.
Oh,
Right
like
away.
a
Do we
tall
have a
man.
bell? Do we have a?
Well, and I will say, like, yeah, ding, 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 ding,
That
ding,
was an
ding.
easy
Yeah.
one. I've asked her
am-
this question. If I was,
You have?
if I was 5'10",
No, so I have a 6 foot minimum. Like I was
Yeah.
like, I
so
I
I
can't.
exact same person. Nothing changed other than I'm 6'10", or sorry, 5'10" instead of 6'4". And she said I wouldn't even. Look
Yes,
I was joking.
I was joking.
That was a joke.
Okay, if you could take over one household chore for your spouse forever, what would they want you to do? I have mine. Do you know what you would want Kelly to do?
For me,
Yes, one household chore.
I do. I don't know that you would have said this one though.
But you can just say it.
Oh, I would want him to do all of the bedtimes.
Oh, the bedtimes.
Bedtimes.
I guess maybe because I'm on the road. I like the bedtime.
Yeah.
But I'm on the road all the time. She does it so much that.
Well, and y'all are
I
at the
actually
age where
enjoy it when I
bedtime
do
is
it.
a long.
And it's just when I'm the
process.
most tired,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you see that like glass of wine and
yeah,
like relax
but
mode. Just
you know,
waiting.
y'all's ages. That's a long,
Yeah.
drawn out
No,
process.
no.
Yeah.
It gets
What
better.
did you say?
I started to write cook and then realized I already do that.
Yeah.
So I wrote laundry.
Laundry. Okay, that's what I wrote. I wrote laundry.
Laundry.
You do laundry.
I feel like she talks about laundry. It's just
it's
it never
so,
ends.
It's
never
not.
ends.
It's so
like
daunting.
It's just never ending. And I get
Yeah.
it. So I
yeah,
think
and then
that
you
was
know
one
what
for
he
me.
does? He'll be like, "Oh, do you need help with the laundry?" And then he'll fold a towel like it's a fucking origami project. He'll be like, "Here you go," and I'm like, I hate
do
you, brilliant, and don't ever
If you're
touch
not
my
good- if
fucking
you're not
laundry
good
again.
at
That's what you do is you
Don't
when you
ever
get
touch
asked early in a relationship, take a picture. You take a terrible picture.
Right.
Never ask you to do it again.
I mean, it's just like it's so.
Kelly's a better folder than me.
Right.
He's a good folder.
Yeah. Well,
I know how to
Keep
fold.
folding.
He's
It's
doing
not
this
what
on
you choose not
purpose.
to do.
Yeah. Okay. What would your spouse say is the most different between the two of you? We kind of talked about this, but the most different. Oh, I don't have an answer. For that. Okay, I've got
What
one.
would you say?
What would I say? I'm getting
So
confused. but-
what do you think Kelly's going to say? What's the most different thing
difference
between the two?
between us.
So mine is finances, like how we spend money, because he's so financially responsible, and I'm
yeah.
a gambling addict. Not anymore, but
Julie, what did
Formerly.
you say?
I don't know.
Demeanor.
The most
demeanor. Oh, well, that's true too.
the most different between us.
Let me just give you my answer.
Maybe
Just give her your answer.
Yeah, just give
I
it
said
to me.
sense of humor. I think our
Oh.
like she's really outgoing, bubbly, and
Yeah.
I'm like more dry.
Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah.
shots or something, but I think our sense of humor is different.
Yeah.
So,
So demeanor, you mean like I'm all of this, and you're
All of this.
okay.
In a good way.
That's true.
What?
In a good way, though.
Yeah.
Well,
but can
and
you?
They're
okay.
both like that, and
Okay,
we're both like
but-
that.
So
Yeah.
right, can I just ask this though? And we've talked about like, but you guys, it's not like we snowed you over like we were some demure, casserole making.
Yeah.
Y'all knew what you were getting
oh, yeah.
into.
It's the same.
Apron.
Yeah,
apron and that's it.
assless chaps, like
Assless,
whatever. Yeah, I mean,
like you
No,
said,
out on
it's the
it.
same thing with like when you get married later, right? It's like you already know. Like,
Yeah.
I knew what I was getting into. She knew what she was getting into,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
that was my choice.
right.
If she wants to say, if I get mad that she hasn't cooked me a casserole, she'll
Right.
go, you knew this going into it."
Exactly.
I don't know how to cook a
Right.
casserole.
Same way.
That does not sound fun to me.
Same way with the guy who made me give up my gold Mercedes C230 and fire my agent 2 weeks into our relationship. Like I knew what I was getting into.
You say that
for
in Vegas
sure.
when you guys were in Vegas. You knew what you were getting into.
Exactly. Okay, what will your spouse say is the nicest thing you did in the past week? What about, can we go to a month? Because Mike sent me, I'll just say mine, but Mike sent me some really sweet flowers. and had a really nice note.
Aw.
And we don't, like I said, we poke a lot. And so like for him to have written words, I keep him in a place,
You
all the cards.
mentioned that. That's how
And that
much
he
it
made
meant to
really
her.
sweet.
She mentioned
Well,
it.
that stands out when you don't do it very often.
That's
Yeah.
especially since she doesn't like flowers.
I
so
do
then
like
it's really
flowers. I
impactful.
said one time that I didn't want roses, and now he blankets it with you don't like
It goes.
flowers.
It's a steak. It sticks.
Bullshit.
Sticks.
What did you say?
Talked with Henry.
Oh, that did make me happy. They had like a really good father-son talk. That was sweet that you thought of that.
Nice.
That's important.
I did tell him just 2 nights ago how much that meant to me.
I know
So yeah,
you said the last week.
I know. Sorry,
That was February for the
That was-
flowers.
you're
I'm going
right,
one a
sorry.
month.
Okay, all right.
There you go.
Okay, all right. Julie Kelly.
Kelly came home from the road and brought everybody presents.
Aw.
That's what I wrote
Yeah,
too.
he
Brought a
nailed it.
present.
Nailed it.
Well, he's been gone for a week until last night.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, Julie, now it's our turn. If your spouse won $5,000, what would they want to spend it on? And I wrote mine down. What do you think I'm going to say what you would want to spend it on?
Oh,
So did you write yours down? What do you think Julie thinks you'd want to spend $5,000 on if you won it?
Golf clubs.
Okay.
Oh,
What'd you say?
No.
I thought
Well, I thought this is what you would.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I thought he would say his family.
I thought we were saying like what she thought I would think. I'm not saying that's what I would spend it on. I'm saying
Right, what she would think,
thinks
yes.
I would really want to. Maybe
Yes.
I am going to spend on my
I thought
family.
you
I
would
got a
really
lot of things I have
want
to spend.
to
Right.
spend it on your.
I'd like new golf clubs, actually.
Golf club sound
What did
good?
you say, honey?
I just was put save.
Savings. Ding, 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 ding.
Aw.
Okay, where did you share your first kiss? Okay. Julie?
His doorstep.
Oh boy,
Okay. What about you, honey? So that winner there, what did you write?
it's a double winner.
Her house? Okay, I put couch. Couch at my house. That's true.
Same.
Okay.
Straight to the couch, baby.
Straight to the couch. What is your spouse's favorite meal that you cook?
Oh.
Always.
Uh-oh.
You should ask Mike about my frequent urination.
I know. I can ask him
Okay.
about it.
Okay, you nailed it. What about y'all?
Casseroles.
I wrote. She just got a new air fryer, and she's actually doing really good with it. She
Nice.
makes a lot of vegetables. So I'll cook the chicken or steak or whatever on the grill.
then she does the
and then
veggies?
she's been using the air fryer. So they're really good. So I
Thank
said
you.
air fryer.
Thank
Love it.
you.
Nice.
I got that wrong. I just wrote down the only thing that I can really cook.
What?
Chicken spaghetti.
Chicken spaghetti. Okay, I
that's
wrote
a good
casserole.
one, though.
Okay, last one. I'm gonna let y'all discuss because I really do have
Yeah,
to pee.
you got.
What was your spouse's first job? So what do you think I'm gonna say? Or no, you just say what
What
your
I
first
did?
job. Yeah. What was your first
What do
job?
you think?
This game's so convoluted.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Can we still go? Keep going.
I went.
Let Mike
I went. I had a actually very thriving lawn service in high school.
Oh,
Nice.
good for you.
But I actually sold it.
Yeah, I had a
What?
buddy do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Smart.
started this whole entrepreneurial thing when you were young.
Crazy head.
Yeah,
Crazy head.
that's awesome. I guessed that yours was golf course.
Nailed it. I was
Really?
I worked at the golf course. I picked up balls at the range and cleaned clubs. And
Okay,
that's what I did
good.
when
I
was
don't
like
know
12
why
or
I
13
had
years old.
some recollection of
Yeah,
that.
I was 12 or 13.
So we did pretty good.
Y'all did real
That's
good.
not bad.
Yeah.
That was a good guess.
Where was the golf course?
It was in Campbell River on Vancouver Island, BC, Canada.
So when could you play? Like June, July?
Well,
August?
so where I live, it's actually really mild. So it's actually
Oh, okay.
it's like Seattle, right? So you just play through the rain. So you can play year round there most of the time.
Oh,
So
okay.
It's just wet, but it's a mild climate. We're right on the ocean, so it was. I would say,
So it's
at least 9-10
windy
months.
and rainy.
Yeah, you learn how to play in the.
Hit the ball low.
No, because you got to fly it everywhere. It's so soft up there. It's not
Oh.
as much. Shouldn't say there's not as much wind, but it's so soft up there.
You're filling
It's
our
wet.
time with golf talk. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So you fly the ball.
we can just
every-
roll right
everything
on
you do
through.
Is fly it
So
high
what
and
was the
land
So I got his first job right, golf course.
it. Guessed and got it.
okay? And what was yours?
I had a thriving lawn service.
That's right. I forgot
Right? I like how you
about the thriving lawn
Thriving
service.
lawn
I put
service. That's a
server.
lawn
It's called,
service.
it's called Thrive. I'm just kidding.
I put server because you're a waiter.
I had a myriad of things.
Myriad. myriad of things.
That's a good word.
Okay, before we go, any other pressing questions that we have? Oh,
Oh boy,
any other?
Are we all going to make it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I feel great.
Talking about today.
No, like in
Overall?
life, our marriages.
oh, I'll ask one thing. This is one thing for both of you because you're both relatively quiet on social media, except for when Mike does his Mortgage Mike TikToks. Oh yeah, check him out.
TikTok.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's
TikTok star.
Saw you on something.
oh yeah,
Facebook or something.
yeah. He's being pressured. There's outside pressures there to do
I have
that.
marketing support.
Yeah. So do you ever get, so I've asked you this before, like one of the things I love about you the most is that you do let me be me. You're not like, cause you're pretty buttoned. I mean, he's pretty buttoned up. Like, you know, he lets me be me, a shit show on social media in general, life in general. Do you ever does somebody friend ever send you a tweet that's like,
What is Emily
what's your
doing?
wife doing? Like, what?
What's a tweet?
But stop it. But I mean, or do you ever
Are
wish
you
I would?
embarrassed of it?
Well, I mean, do you ever wish I would just kind of reel it in a little bit, or
No, partially because I'm not on it that much,
Right.
so I don't see it.
yeah,
So,
it's best.
That's good.
especially when you get in cat fights,
I don't get in a lot of
sometimes you get in
fights.
cat fights.
Sometimes
She
I
does. It's
No,
fun.
I mean, I think that's part of what makes you great.
That's sweet.
Thank
It's
you
true.
for that. Can we say that?
You know, rewind that one. Again?
Yeah, can mark that.
Well,
yeah,
Emily's gonna buy that as an NFT.
it makes you great.
Just on a roll.
Yeah.
What about you, Kelly? Sometimes, sometimes she'll create a Twitter account for. Would you create your dreams and
Julie's dreams.
Julie's Dreams Twitter account?
Is that
What
fun?
what
Yeah.
about
Still like
what
it.
about gluten-free pizza? Like, remember?
Yeah. No,
I'm a lot.
I think she's funny on social media, so
is.
I have learned probably not to read the comments. Yesterday, she tweeted about me, and so
Oh, yeah.
I read the comments, and all I saw was old ass. So I was like,
Old
yeah,
F.
you
old
gotta-
F.
Old F.
Yeah, who is this? Old F.
That's an inside joke, though. They're all Twitter
I know,
inside.
that's- I don't
They're
understand
all
the-
ticket
they're all
inside
ticket
jokes.
people. Yeah, see, I
so
don't
it's
understand
like
it.
some old F. That's like it's a drop.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I think she's funny on. I don't read the comments, but no, I get I never told you a story, but I get people even in Canada. I had my brother's buddy who was working with somebody in Dallas and said, and I guess they were doing business, and he was on the phone with them. He said, you know what, I actually know the video coach for the Dallas Stars. And they said, "Oh, you mean Julie Dobbs' husband?" And I was like, these random people. So and that's how she's gotten out there, and that's how she likes engaging with the fan, or the P1s and everyone else. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't think you get too out of control. A
I
little
try
funny
not. Every
sometimes,
once in a
but-
while, I'll do a tweet delete.
Tweet
tweet,
delete.
tweet and delete. Like run it back real quick.
Do you ever I remember my dad especially, like when he would see the comment, like the harsh things
Yeah.
people would say, and it would make him really it would hurt him, I think, more than it hurt me. Do y'all just kind of block that out? Because I feel like, for me, I'm like fully equipped to handle it. Like I got this. But I think early on it was way harder. Now I'm very thin. I mean, thick
Y'all wanna
skinned
beat
and
some-
It doesn't
mofos
bother.
up?
No, it doesn't bother me because it's it's social media. I get ripped on
Yeah.
on social media all the time, and so does who I work with and my boss
Yeah.
and everybody. So social media doesn't bother me at all. I think you're right. I think your mom probably takes offense to
Yeah.
it more than anybody, but why not? So no, I don't. I try not to read the comments anyway, so nothing bothers me about that.
you no.
No, I've been Mike Jones for a long time.
Mike Jones. Mike Jones.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Well, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for coming in. I hope
Y'all
that
are
you
good
had fun.
sports.
Y'all
and
are
thanks
good
for
sports.
putting up with us in life in general and for
Yeah.
today.
Thanks for being our husbands.
Thanks for being our wives.
They were like,
Okay.
we're stuck here.
All right. So now we have there's no way out at this point. Okay. So now what we need you to do is look into the camera, your camera, which is right there. And then y'all know how we end the show.
Yeah, because they watch
you
every
listen-
episode.
Every episode. So we flash up double peace signs and you have to say "Mom, game out." Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Mom game out.
Yay! Cheers!
We did
Cheers.
it.
We did it. Yeah.
Cheers.
We're a
I already
little
drank
fan over
mine.
here.